Russian troops continue to shell the city of Kherson, recaptured by Ukrainian forces, but that shelling, the governor there says, has killed 3 people in this latest round of attacks on the region, and the winter cold is adding to the misery. Imtiaz Tyab has a look now at the harsh conditions and the efforts to help the people survive.
For Kherson city's cold and desperate, a lifeline. Warming stations have been set up around the main square and is where we met 85-year-old Dina.
You're covered in blood.
Huh? She tells us how she fell and cut her hand, but is grateful she was able to come here to get warm, bandaged up, and have her coat mended. 3 weeks after Ukrainian forces liberated Kherson city from 9 brutal months of Russian occupation, residents are still in need of the basics, including contact with the outside world. This portable 4G cell phone tower was brought in so people could make calls. But food aid is also desperately needed, despite the risks in trying to get it. That hasn't stopped these professors from a university in Kyiv from bringing in these supplies. It's for colleagues at the Kherson National University, who they hadn't been able to make contact with for months because Russian soldiers controlled their lives so tightly.
Remnants of Russia's occupation have been swept into this room. You can see flags, photos of Vladimir Putin, and while Russian forces are gone, make no mistake, they're still targeting this city.
Ever since their humiliating retreat, Moscow has been hammering Kherson relentlessly.
We haven't money, we haven't eating.
It's a misery Anastasia, an instructor at the university, knows all too well.
It's so cold. You have no electricity, you have no heating, you have no water.
But you're free. Freedom.
You have freedom.
This is more value for us.
But that freedom is far from guaranteed as Russia continues to pound Kherson, devastating its energy grid. But as we've been hearing, people say they would rather live without food, water, or heat than live under Russian occupation again. For CBS Mornings, Imtiaz Tyab, Kherson, Ukraine.